What's good, my fellow followers? I just had an amazing week on Fehmarn and I'm pretty close to the 80 wingfoil sessions mark, so yeah, I thought it's time for a little update. So first of all, it's been a while since I had the chance to go wingfoiling in the open sea, or better said, not on my local lake. The last time is actually a year ago and was in the Netherlands, and yeah, this time it was way more chill on Fehmarn, as the waves were way smaller, like almost over a meter smaller, which was kind of a big blessing, as the last time in the open sea was, yeah, way too wild and I ended up destroying my wing and stuff. And this time the forecast was always something in between a half and 0.7 meter waves. And I was really surprised as those waves were already enough to just go wide and then without being pulled by the wing. And yeah, I was really amazed of that. For the setup, I was using the Gong Veloce XXL, or Velocity, I don't really know how to pronounce it properly. Thanks for Wilm, who gave it to me to test it properly. Then the Superwing X by Reedin, my Gong Hipe 5.3 board still, and the new 85 centimeter mast, which was, yeah, just great, because the last time on the open sea I had the feeling that I couldn't really control the foil on the version 1 mast, and especially like on the Veloce XXL, it feels so strange on the version 1 mast, as it's just like this spaghettiness feeling. It's really wobbly, and the version 2 mast is way stiffer and able to control it, yeah, way more. I'm actually gonna cover that in another video, as I think the upgrade to the version 2 mast is really worth it. And then compared to the last time, I mean, I'm guessing that the waves are a bit slower and less wind. Forecast was like 15 to a max of 19 knots on the sessions I've got playing in the background. And I felt like the last time with a forecast of 1.8 meter waves, they were way faster than this time. But still, this time I was surprised by how fast they actually are. As for me, I'm just used on the lake to catching boat wakes, and the boat wakes are way less fast, as the Curve XLT is basically always able to properly wide them. And in those waves, like further back outside, I had the feeling on the first sessions I used the Curve XLT and then later on the Veloce XXL that the Curve had too much drag. It's able to go fast, but it creates a lot of drag. Like a few weeks ago I had the chance to foil behind the Axopar 28, which is like a pretty cool boat, which some guys rented, and then I had the chance to hop on its wake, and we tried accelerating really fast and got over 30 kilometers an hour on the Curve XLT, which was not so much fun, to be honest, as it was really uncontrolled and just felt, that didn't feel stable anymore, but it worked. But in the wakes here and the waves here outside, I felt it had a lot of drag, so I just ended up using the Veloce XXL all the time, which was fast enough for them. And this was such a great feeling, as this exact thing was basically the reason of me starting wingfoiling, as I really wanted to go downwind and just hold the wing on the side and go in a wave and go in and out and in and out. And this was the first time it actually properly worked, and the longest rides were like 2 minutes, a bit more than 2 minutes, but yeah, it was just insane. Such a great feeling to finally get it. And then also surprisingly how far it takes you downwind, because the first session where it properly worked, I got out really far, as I had the feeling that further outside the waves were a bit more formed and less mushy, and I could more like see them and then just follow a bump. And then I just went into some bump, followed it, and completely lost sight of where I started. So afterwards I had to go upwind again for 15 minutes to get back where I started. And this was kind of a pain at some sessions when the wind was like completely onshore or sideshore, and the waves outside were also going sideshore, as you really have to work your way back upwind, as the waves are so fast and you go downwind so fast that it's kind of a pain to go back upwind. But then we had another day where the waves were completely onshore, but the wind was sideshore, and this was like the best thing ever, as you could just go outside, catch some wake, come back inside, and don't lose any height. You could even maybe go a bit upwind in the wave. So yeah, this was really awesome. But then further on to the equipment, the Veloce XXL made an amazing job of gliding and staying in the waves, and I also had the chance that if I lost the wave I could still pump it, regain the speed and get back in it. It feels really playful for a wing its size. It's also fast, like it goes really fast, especially if you travel sideways to the wave. It quite likes some speed. But one thing I didn't really get under control was getting the wingtips out of the water. As I felt like most of the times when I made a turn and the wingtip breached, I sort of lost control. And I don't really know why, because in pump foiling the Veloce XXL, this was really fun and really controllable, but in the waves on my wingfoil equipment I couldn't really control it, and then ended up falling in most of the times. Yeah, which might be a lack of skills. So yeah, but on the Curve XLT I could control it way easier, getting the wingtips out of the water and still recovering the turn. Yeah, then also like this speed you develop in the Veloce XXL is kind of new for me, especially in the waves further outside, as sometimes if they get a bit steeper, and this is just a half-meter wave, so it's not really that fast, but I'm not used to being accelerated so fast, so it's sometimes kind of a gamble if you travel downwards on the wave, if you can get the nose up fast enough so you don't nosedive the board basically. And in the first few sessions I had it a lot, like getting stuck in nosediving, and towards the end of the holidays I had like 8 or 9 sessions, so a lot, and it got more and more controlled, but it's still kind of a challenge. But yeah, I'm still really amazed by this, just going downwind, holding the wing to the side and trying to carve a bit. It's really addictive actually, and I'm yeah, kind of afraid that going on the lake again now will be sort of boring without the waves, but yeah, I'm still super into it. It's not getting boring even after 80 sessions, and I'm yeah, amazed to keep on wingfoiling. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little update, and yeah, I can't wait to get on the water again.